Knicks fans, free agency kicks off tonight at 6 p.m. and it's about to get real interesting for New York. We've already got some names already surfacing that the front office is keeping tabs on: Tyus Jones, Al Horford, and now potentially Tre Mann. These are some of the guys to watch as the Knicks look to fill out the roster around their core 7. So let's first start with Tyus Jones, because this is a name that we've heard linked to the Knicks before, and now Ian Begley just mentioned him again. He said Tyus is a name to watch and reminded us that last summer there was mutual interest. In fact, Jones was willing to take less money just to come to New York. That tells you something. Tyus is one of the steadiest, smartest point guards you can find. He's not flashy, but he keeps the offense under control, protects the ball, and can run a team. The Knicks have Jalen Brunson doing the heavy lifting, but what they need behind him is exactly what Tyus Jones brings. Someone who can step in, keep the flow going, and not kill you with mistakes. If Tyus is still interested in taking a little less to join a contender, the Knicks should be all over that. And this applies even more if Taylor Jenkins will be the next head coach of the Knicks. Now let's talk about the new name that just hit the market, Tre Mann. This is fresh. The Hornets declined his qualifying offer today, so Mann is now an unrestricted free agent. And he's really intriguing because of what he showed early last season. In just 13 games with Charlotte, Mann averaged over 14 points per game, shot 40% from 3, chipped in about 3 assists and nearly 3 boards. And he's still only 24 years old, and honestly, he brings a different flavor than Tyus Jones. Mann is a bucket getter, someone who can create his own shot, break down a defense, and score from all 3 levels. If the Knicks want more offense off the bench at that backup guard spot, Mann could absolutely be a name to watch. Plus, because of how things ended in Charlotte, you might be able to get him at a discount, maybe even on a prove-it type deal. And at 24, there's still real upside to tap into. Then there's Al Horford. Now look, I get it, he's 39 years old, but you know what? He can still help a winning team. Ian Begley reported today that the Knicks are monitoring him, and it makes total sense. Horford is tight with Cat, they go way back, both repping the Dominican Republic, and that connection matters. You want to make Cat feel at home here as much as possible, so bring in guys he trusts, guys who know how to win. Horford still gives you good minutes, 20-25 a night, and he can play the 4 or 5, space the floor, guard multiple positions, and bring that veteran leadership that every championship team needs. He would be a much better replacement over PJ Tucker. Now, Boston wants him back, but here's the thing, with Tatum likely out for most of the season, Horford might still see a better opportunity here in New York. And keep in mind, they traded Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis the last 2 weeks, so this definitely decreases their championship odds. The Knicks could offer Horford a little bit more money than Boston right now, and probably a better shot at winning it all this year. Another thing that was mentioned today by Michael Scotto of Hoopsite was that the Knicks are interested in trading for Nick Richards. But I'm not a fan of this personally because Richards is not a good defensive player. And at the center position for this team with a Karl-Anthony Towns on the roster, you definitely want a good defensive center. So bottom line, tonight is the night. The Knicks are going to be active, they're going to be smart, and they're going to look for the right pieces to plug in around this core without blowing up the cap. Of course, it would be ideal to get a coach first before we make any free agency decisions, but we'll see what happens this week. But out of the options mentioned today from free agents, Tyus Jones gives you that steady backup point guard presence, Tre Mann gives you that shot creating spark, and Al Horford gives you championship experience and veteran leadership that could take this team to another level. Let's see what happens, but do not be surprised if the Knicks move quick once free agency opens up. And as always, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss all summer long. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.